cars, start your engines!
Yellow's out. Manning just about outwrecked him. And she busted her ass.
Welcome back, everybody. Big milestone for us today. Episode number 20. Round of applause.
Oh, my goodness.
We're back in the studio today. It's Friday, June 24th. Green flag is out. We're ready to roll 3Y with DJG. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Back in the lab again.
Back in the lab again.
Dakota? Nothing much to report.
He's life wide open again?
Yeah, always.
Yep.
Work better for you this week?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I'm fingers crossed things are going to work out for me. So
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about...
Oh, no, it's shit. Nope.
AJ, what about you?
What?
How was your week?
It was good. I sweated a lot, drank a lot of water.
It was hot in the office.
I bet it was hot in the office. You fucking loser.
Anyway. Pretty good week. I mean, it was kind of boring, but next Friday...
I'm sure it is boring and cool in the office making $75,000 a year.
Yeah. But I officially moved to my new position next Friday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Missionary?
Yep.
Congrats.
Straight from doggy to missionary. Anyway, Dakota, we'll let you start right in.
Alrighty. I guess we'll kick off with Knoxville post-race. My boy Toddy G came home P1 on Father's Day. Toddy G! Got the win for DGR. John Hunter Nemechek came home second. Zane Smith, Ty Majeski, and Stuart Friesen came home fifth. Now, I wanted to show you guys this. I'm sure you saw it. Well, if you watched the Fox coverage, you didn't see it. But on lap 58, Jessica Friesen flipped hard after making contact with the berm. What was crazy about this was she was actually able to get back out on the track before she suffered mechanical failure, which ended her race. But, I mean, she went over.
I don't know what it is with women and hitting curbs, but it even happens in the racing world. I'm not going to bring up AJ's situation of hitting the curb,
Damn.
but it happens.
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was so excited to watch this race because I wanted to see Tyler Carpenter run, and
That was
I
a
didn't
fucking
watch.
bag of ass.
I didn't even watch the race.
I was going to look
He
into
completed like 20 laps.
It's only more than you did.
Fair point. It's fair.
I was going to say, I watched him in his heat race, but
I've never lost a truck race. Never lost one.
What's your record, 0-0?
0 losses, though. That's what counts.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was really looking forward to it again.
Apparently not too much, but you're really looking forward to it.
just enough to not.
Just enough to not watch it.
Just enough to not watch it. But when I went to Gateway Dirt Nationals last year, that's when I saw Tyler Carpenter race for the first time, and
That was in his Hey Dudes, right?
he was in his Hey Dudes, and I'm still
Went limp over here.
with the blue pill. No, I just kind of like fell in love with Tyler's personality. He's very, I don't even know what the word is to describe it.
June is getting the best of you.
It is.
Every episode, you're falling in love with somebody.
Still CJ Leary, day one.
See, here we go again.
No, but I don't know. He just kind of says what he wants to say, and that's that. So I was like, NASCAR is going to love Tyler Carpenter because he's not going to censor anything. He's going to say whatever he wants to say. But I also heard that he didn't really get much TV time. So, I mean.
Well, it's hard to do when you. Never mind. It's all right. 20 laps. I think it might have been 26, actually.
I was going to say, but even like, regardless of race day, I mean, like the promotion of him coming into a NASCAR race and everything, it's not what I expected. I figured there'd be more.
I think it wasn't much because of who he is.
What's wrong with Tyler Carpenter?
Reasons you just said.
I don't see that as a problem.
I don't see it as a problem either, but that's
Apparently
why he
you do.
didn't get TV time.
I agree. That probably has a lot to do with it.
I don't give a shit. I think you should say what you want, do what you want.
I think you should be able to wear Hey Dudes when you race.
Exactly.
I'm still very surprised that Hey Dudes has not capitalized on that and made a race shoe. A Hey Dudes race shoe. Because that was like a big deal when it happened. Like everybody was like, "Oh, hey, dude, sponsor Tyler Carpenter," and
he almost got in trouble for that. I think.
I think he definitely did get in trouble.
I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. I think he had to pay like a fine or some shit.
And then like for driver intros for the main race, he walked out of the tunnel and had his "Hey Dudes" in his hand and chucked them. But,
He's got like 5 kids too.
well, yeah, that's why he races. He's got to feed them kids, bro.
At least he made racing work because...
Well, I wouldn't say he's made racing work because he only races on little tracks. Because like I was talking whenever we went to Eldora, I was like, I'm surprised he's not here. And I was like, no, I'm not, because this is too big of a track for him.
Yeah. No comment.
No comment. AJ, no comment?
I don't have a comment. You're right.
All right. Moving on to Nashville.
Nashville. I wish they'd just race fairgrounds.
I do too. 100%.
I don't like the super speedway.
I don't either.
Not a fan.
Trash.
Garbage.
Oh, wow. Not a fan. You want to pick up Nashville?
Yeah. So tonight, the trucks hit the track at about 8.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Man.
The Xfinity Series tomorrow at 3:30, and the Cup Series will make their second start at Nashville on Sunday at 5. I haven't really watched a whole lot this year. A lot less than I figured I would. So
I haven't either, honestly.
But when I've watched, like, the racing hasn't been bad, per se.
I would agree.
Better than it has in the past, meaning, like, last year they had issues with you could run somebody down, but once you got to them, you couldn't pass because if you got up to their bumper, it just, like the beach ball effect, it just pushed them forward. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know. I just haven't really watched a whole lot this year.
I don't think it helps that we're more involved at Mount Lawn this year. As far as we got 2 cars now and almost a third. So I think it's taking a lot of time away.
My relationship's doing it too. I'm dating somebody with 2 kids, so.
Yeah. Fair enough.
They don't like racing?
No, just
change it.
She does. They do, but.
I'm not hearing the.
Just enough not to watch.
What was your excuse again? Yeah.
They don't like watching it on TV. They're like, well, if we want to watch racing, we want to go to the race.
Sounds to me like you better start spending money on tickets.
Bruh. That's a lot of money.
You got it.
All my money's going to the race car. I literally had $500 to my name yesterday because I've been buying stuff for the race
Only
car.
$500?
Yeah.
You know how much I have to my name?
$7.
$40 until I get paid Monday.
Hey, that's fine. Whatever works for you. $500.
It ain't working.
$500 put me in a panic. I'm like, bruh.
You're no offense, but you're like Hunter because he's the same way. He had $1,000 in his bank account one time and had a fucking meltdown.
I usually try to keep at least 2 in it.
Yeah.
And so if I get below that 2,000 mark, I'm like,
I've just never had that much money saved up to be like, all right.
But like,
I've never had $1,000.
You've never made $1,000? Like, of all the work you've ever done combined, you've never collectively made $1,000.
Well, yeah.
No. I mean,
it goes just as fast as it comes.
ain't that the truth? Me too. Talking about my race car.
Yes, of course. Your top. I put the last year's top 5 because I wanted to provide our picks, but we don't have to if we don't want to. But
I don't think Larson wins again. I don't even think he's going to be in the top 5 again.
I don't. He's been having a lackluster year.
Ross Chastain all day, every day.
Yeah, him or
Suarez.
I'm glad to see him get his first win.
I think Harvick's coming off a top 5. I think he's got some momentum that might help him out.
Yeah,
and he's running the Busch Light Apple car, which means.
Did you see that mini fridge that they're getting away? I want it.
Did you see that this is the last year for Busch Light Apple ever?
That's what I
Well,
heard.
then I need to buy a pallet of it because
That might put you under your $2,000 mark.
We might have a connection.
Yeah, I'm be like, yo, Cruise Farms, you want to buy this for me? I will come get it. Just get it to the farm.
Yep.
All right, what's next?
I wanted to add this because I was up at 2:30 last night, and
2:30 last night or 2:30 this morning.
this morning. Sorry, I don't count the next day until I go to sleep and wake up.
I'm being a pain in the ass. Typical.
You're good at that, that's for sure.
But Matt Weaver tweeted about a pretty bad wreck, so I turned it on and watched it. It was pretty crazy. Oh, which I have a video of.
Did you say Matt's wiener?
Matt Weaver,
Oh.
good friend of the show.
Yep.
I like Matt.
you do? Or you
He's a
don't?
good dude.
Oh, I thought you said I don't like Matt.
No, I do.
It's like, all right, there's the door. We love Matt. Last night, Skagit Speedway hosted their first race in the weekend's Dirt Cup. On lap 16, Austin Wheatley's car got upset on the high side of turn 3. Before making hard contact with the wall, his car then came back across the track, landing on his side. Another driver made contact with Wheatley, followed by hard contact from Tanner Holmes. The race was stopped, and Austin and Tanner were cared to. Skagit released an update from Austin. He has suffered 2 broken ribs, a punctured lung, which has collapsed, and major swelling on his entire right arm. Tim Keating went on to win the feature. Night 2 will kick off at 8:30. You can watch all the action on Float Racing. But here is the wreck. Pretty brutal, if you ask me.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Bang.
Ow.
Oh. Just hit the space bar and reset. You're good to go, bub.
Right? It took him quite a bit to get out.
I imagine that was a pretty hard hit.
Yeah.
Did you see the video from? It was from Speed Rome. They were running the
Oh,
outlaw
the-
figure eights, and one car
Yeah.
stopped right in the middle of the crossing to try to get like
Yeah.
a red flag or
Yep.
something,
Yep.
and then
That's
the
dumb.
dude ran right into him,
Dumb. Why? If you, I don't know.
and then drove away after he got rear-ended.
See, there's a spot on the backstretch where people park when their cars are broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If you
go
can't
there.
make it to the pits. Well, see, the whole goal is if you stop and bring out a red, you go to the pits and don't lose a lap.
Right.
And then you cause a terrible wreck and look like an idiot.
You can't find out.
I saw the video on Facebook, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Facebook. I shared it if you want to go back.
Did you share it? Is
did.
that why I saw
I
it?
shared it.
That's probably why I saw it.
I did share it. It's Fairchild now.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. It's okay. I got married and changed my name.
Right.
He just changed his name like 3 times since I
Dude.
met him.
Dude, don't be that way.
I'm not saying it's a problem. Archie.
Oh, that's not it. That's a guy blowing up a fucking gas
I saw that too.
Wait, hold on.
Reminder to call 811 before you dig,
Oh,
people.
shit. Oh, look. The post didn't go. Let me hit it harder this time.
Bop!
Ooh.
Somebody lost their rig.
Big time.
When did you share it?
It was a couple of days
Was it?
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
My Facebook's weird. It pulls up stuff from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I saw this already.
There it is.
Here we go.
Because I'm pretty sure the lady in the background's like, damn it, Doodle. Because his name's Doodle.
Yeah.
Surprise, shoddy. Neck rolls.
Sit down.
Yikes.
Make a better door and you do a window.
I make a pretty good window. People seem to see right through me all the time.
Anything else we want to add to what we just witnessed?
Oh, damn it. Not what we just witnessed, but did you see that CRA is co-sanctioning an event at North Wilkesboro?
Yes. Yeah, I was going to add that in, but I
With
forgot.
the Triple S and cars?
Because I believe Dale Jr. has came out and said that he's going to try to get a ride for that race. Or
Me
one
too.
of the races at North Wilkesboro.
I won't succeed, but I'll try.
And, well, Vors is supposed to race there, too. So, that's
Don't
exciting.
look at me like that, AJ.
Is your car a Pro Compact?
No, but we could.
I'm not going to make any jokes.
I run a Pro Crown Vic. What's the difference?
I'm not going to make any jokes. Not going to make any jokes.
Make the joke.
If it ran more than 3 laps, probably go down there.
Sure enough. Yeah.
Oh, Dakota's on the same page as you, man.
Absolutely.
Dakota is 100% on the same page as you.
I think it's driver. I think he just gets scared.
I ate the shit out of one of the tires. What one was it? Right front?
Right front. It's got to
Yeah.
be because you go into the corner and your car leans. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how does he not roll that thing?
Because I when I get out of the turn, I'll let go of the steering wheel because it's like turning so hard. I'm like, I let it go and just let it center itself out. But it's fast when it runs. It's crazy. It's kind of
When it
pissing me off.
runs.
But,
We'll get it.
Let's run it up and down the road real quick.
Well, it's kind of got the head taken off of it.
Yeah. Because they wanted me to try to. Shaylin was nice enough to give me a spark plug, and he was like, "You can try to go out there and run it a lap or two." And I was like, "I don't want to risk it because I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. I'd rather have a car next week than have to buy a whole new engine that I can't afford."
Feel you on that one.
Shout out to Buddy Kofoid for picking up his first ever World of Outlaw sprint car win.
What a guy.
Dude can drive.
Old buddy Michael Kofoid.
Dude can drive.
Yep.
Anything.
Oh, he can. He can drive for sure.
I also would like to point out Taylor Reimer picked up her first win. Props to her. You know,
I was going to ask that earlier if that makes the first female win for a series, but then I forgot that it's not USAC.
Yeah, it's not USAC, so
It's his sack.
but Cannon McIntosh got disqualified. Tires failed inspection or tire test failed, whatever. So he will be suspended for two races.
Extreme Outlaws.
I don't know if you know this, but Taylor is actually a cheerleader at Oklahoma University.
I did.
Boomer Sooner.
Fuck you.
Horns down.
No, fuck you.
Horns down.
Have you seen the video? This is off topic. Have you seen the
Hey,
video?
you know what basketball game has been my favorite in like the last 10 years? Last year's national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I don't even care. We weren't even supposed to make the tournament.
Coach K is goated.
Coach K is a rat-faced bitch, and he lost.
You're just mad that Roy Williams could not ever.
What do you mean Roy Williams couldn't ever?
He could never be that good.
He's better than him.
How many natties does he have?
More than Coach K.
How many wins does he have?
More than Coach K.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
BS. I need to see the statisticals.
Testicles. I don't know about wins, but I'm pretty sure he has more natties. But you also have to think that Roy Williams coached for Kansas before he came to North Carolina.
Roy Williams. Trash. You ain't got nothing to say about that. You have it right
I
there.
hope Texas football team doesn't win a single game this year.
That would suck so bad.
Anyway, Dakota.
I was just gonna say, have you seen the video where the wagon tips over at the football game?
Yep.
Yes.
That's kind of funny.
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.
All right, moving on. All right.
Mario Castroneves.
Yep, thank you. So I guess he had to deal with CEO Donald Hawk that if he...
Does he have a brother named Mike?
Mike Hawk.
I can't tell you. I'm not sure. Mikael
Myers.
He had to deal with the CEO that if he won the season opener, he would get a Daytona 500 ride.
I don't think it was a season opener. I think it was just if he
Any
won
race?
won an SRX race.
Sorry, I'm confusion. He won the season opener at Five Flags.
What a race, too. Bubba Pollard finished second.
Yeah.
Bubba's a goat.
He had to pass the hardest man to pass ever in the history of motorsports.
Ryan Newman.
Love Ryan Newman, too. Thank God he's not dead.
Literally.
I thought he was.
I did too. Tangent. We were watching the race here.
Arc tangent. Sorry, engineering things.
Math.
I don't know that language.
Me either.
I don't either.
But Hunter and his girlfriend and me were in the living room watching it, and I watched the crash. And Hunter's like cheering on whoever the fuck won, and I'm like head in my hands, and he's like, "What's so wrong?" I was like, "Did you not just see what happened?" I was like, "Ryan Newman just died," and like they didn't say anything. I called mom, and I'm like, "Ryan Newman's dead." It was crazy.
I screamed, and then I was like 3 inches from the TV the whole time, and Rich
Yep.
was like, "Is that bad?" And I was like, "They got a white sheet. He's fucking dead."
I was pacing I was like, this motherfucker's dead. I think I ended up crying maybe like a couple times that night, and then I remember when he left the hospital, I saw it on Twitter, and I don't know why I broke down crying. I was like, thank God, I guess.
Didn't he walk out of the hospital with
Yeah.
the dogs out? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he had socks
Fucking
on.
dog's barking, bro.
He had socks
Oh,
on.
okay.
He's not a fucking monster.
They were on a leash.
Yeah, but he's from Indiana, so you never know.
Right.
But
I've met Ryan Newman. My grandma used to work with his sister.
he
love
seems like
him?
a cool dude.
Do I love him? I could.
Oh, man.
Tell you what, I love Chase Elliott. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're so wrong for that.
Why?
What's wrong with Clyde?
I love Clyde.
You're just mad because he beat you in the Snowball Derby.
When did he beat me in the Snowball Derby?
Sorry, the Winchester 400.
When did he beat me in the Winchester 400?
Beat you and your crew.
Before we start any other issues here, I'm gonna move on.
Finished second twice at the Redbud, though.
Work is in progress.
Actually, we should have finished first. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You should have.
That was some
100%.
BS.
Fair enough.
Got cheated.
Even, who was it that kept you from taking the lead?
What?
You were battling for second with somebody, and he was like, well, we should have just let you guys go. Who was that?
Daniel Hemrick.
Yes, it was. There we go. Thank you.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
It's dead and gone.
Well,
Is
he's
it?
not dead.
The matter is dead
Oh,
and
no,
gone.
it's not. It'll never be dead and gone. That's why I'm a hater of a certain racing series.
Fair enough.
Dalton
Fair
Armstrong.
enough. That's not a racing series.
I know. Could be if you wanted it to be.
Quit bringing up the past.
Work is in progress to get Helio a Daytona 500 ride. According to the CEO, phone calls have been taking place. The ball is rolling. That's all they would share, but I'm assuming we'll know more once the time comes.
Also, did you guys see Matt Weaver's Facebook post about his article about Helio running a NASCAR race? Some dude commented on there and said, "Awesome, who cares?" And he got his shit hoed quick.
That's great.
It was awesome. I even got on there and was like, "You're a bitch."
I do want to say, though, I really wish Matt could write about the whole Cole Williams deal, because I'm still itching at like what is going on or what had happened.
Speaking of last week, I just want to let you know that AJ resurrected himself and is risen, and he's back. He's alive and well.
Oh yeah, rest in peace for a little bit.
He is the second coming of Christ.
Third.
Third coming. He was the second.
Don't have I could never.
He's here in the flesh.
Yeah. With the biddies out, too.
They're in. Can be out.
Not for free. Capitalize on that
That's
shit.
true.
I should.
We're going on to the next bit of news.
Yeah.
Tiger Man himself, Cody Connor, will be racing at Tri-County Speedway this weekend for the Keen Parts 200. Saturday.
Man, this must be tough for Jarrett. Can't root for Stephen Nossi.
Sure I can.
Sinner.
I'm good.
Sorry, Cody. Not all of us are haters.
I'm not a hater. I can root for both.
Terrible.
Terrible? What do you mean?
Comes down to it. They're battling for the lead. Who do you want to see win?
Cody.
Cody.
Good answer.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Anyway, you can watch Cody compete on Racing America. Coverage will begin at 8 on Saturday.
Is that PM or AM?
PM.
AM.
Something like
Dude,
that.
they do that bullshit.
Can't race all day if you don't race.
Pits
start in the
open.
morning.
Pits open 8:00. Practice starts at 2. Are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me right now?
Speaking of, sorry, you brought up, I really want to find that picture of the pre-race show from whatever race that was, Snowball Derby, I think. Remember we were watching it? It was awkward. If you ever watched, they had a pre-race show.
Oh
It was like
my
their first one. And it was so fucking funny.
Dude, it was hard to watch.
No offense, but like they would sit like this and just like quiet. They'd be like for like 30 seconds, and some guys just like.
Or they would take too long to cut to like cut to break, and like I can't even keep a straight face to do this. But he'd be like, he had his microphone and he'd be talking, and then like nothing would happen, and then he went.
That's what I'm saying. We need
It
to
was
find that.
so awkward, man.
I think they've gotten better.
I don't know. I haven't watched it since.
The
but
two guys that started it were great. The panel that they had, not so great. But I think, I haven't watched it either, but I'm just going to say for the record, I think they've gotten better, I hope. Because I don't want to dog shit on them. And
the woman that they had on that on there, she I think she was trying too hard. Like,
Yes.
you could tell she was uncomfortable and she was just trying too hard. I'm like, dude, just talk.
So you guys know who Hannah Newhouse is, right?
I do, I do.
She's one of my favorite all-time clips. Can't remember what race it was or who it was, but they didn't cut the microphone fast enough. She was like, "What a fucking douchebag!"
I love Hannah.
I was like, "Yeah."
No, I love Hannah. I think she's great.
Do you know who Georgia Henneberry is?
Georgia? I know Georgia.
She went to IUPUI with
Oh,
me.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, never mind. Not important to
I
you.
was thinking of the Peach State.
She's dating...
Go Dogs.
Is she dating Justin Grant? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, not important.
You know who did go to IUPUI around the same time you did?
Me?
Yeah, that would be at the same time as you. Carson Elledge.
Who?
Elledge, is that her last name? Elledge?
Who's that?
Oh, that's
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s niece?
yeah.
I don't know that.
That's not what I meant to say.
We're fucked. Wrap it up. 20 episodes is nice.
what the
What
fuck?
did you even say?
Nothing.
Nothing, because if you say it one time, might just be bad enough, but twice definitely get you fucking ruined.
You can tell me off air.
Yeah, we're going to be canceled for that.
Dale's sister's daughter.
Gotcha. Oh,
Kelly.
Dale, what
Kelly,
the
thank
hell?
you. I couldn't think of her fucking
Kelly.
name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's now dating Jason McDougal.
Oh, I love J-Mac.
Loves everybody.
Well, he races with my best friend from college, Chance. He races with, well, he used to. I don't know if he is anymore. Used to race with all them. He ran one of their cars.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Anyway.
I might just be cutting that whole section out so I don't get canceled.
Nah, you
It's all right. Screw it. Leave it in there.
Kyle Frame will
F it,
be
we
racing
ball.
at Shady Bull with the Voice
Shady
Compact
Bull.
Touring Series. You can watch Kyle compete in Saturday's event on Racing America. Coverage begins at 6 p.m.
Kyle's getting a win. He's due for it. Yep.
I
hope so.
100%.
Dub.
He's been pretty good there.
Call
For
it
sure,
now.
so.
I'm excited. I want to keep up with this race at Tri-County that Cody's in because there's a lot of like big names in that.
Yeah.
Race monitor.
Yep. 100%.
That's the freeway.
That is the
Well, it's
freeway.
not free. It's $6, but for a year.
Worth it.
For sure.
But
For sure.
definitely think Kyle's due for a win.
I would agree.
100%.
I don't know him that well, but he's due.
Cool guy.
Very cool.
do.
Also, thanks, Kyle, for giving us
Yeah.
a shout out on a podcast.
Yeah. Straight up shouts out our podcast. What? Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I will say, I didn't know that we were one of the first groups or people to jump on board with them either.
I didn't either.
So, if that's the truth, that's awesome.
We're taking credit for the rest of your sponsors because we started something.
We got the ball rolling. Well, they got the ball rolling.
You know how, like, if you, especially like Midwest people, you show up to a restaurant and then right when you get there, everybody else shows up and you're like, well, I'm glad we got here when we did. Same concept.
Yeah.
yeah, as if they're going to raise the prices or something. Now that everybody's there.
No, but there's prime seating, and if you don't
Oh,
get
there
it,
is, dude.
Absolutely.
It's like, you know what I subconsciously really hate? When you go to the truck stop and they sit you down in the bottom area right by a window.
yeah,
I'm like, dude, someone's drove through these windows before, man. I don't want to be here
a
with
couple
that.
times.
Yeah.
I wish they would when I was sitting there.
Okey-dokey. That's
I'm
another story.
I'm going to cash my check and be on my way to heaven.
They better make that check out to someone else.
I'll send it straight to the podcast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
It'll fund Dakota's Pro Compact.
Oh, we can go 50-50.
Yeah.
50-50.
2 Pro Compacts in honor of Jarrett
Weedner.
Weedner. I'm glad we said that at the same time.
Oh, that's how they pronounce his last name on the broadcast.
They're going to do it at Mount Lawn, too.
You think?
Oh, for sure.
Spell it different. Spell it literally to say Widener.
Widenher.
Widen. Wow. Widen her.
But anyway, moving on.
Speaking of Mount Lawn.
Oh, okay. Cheerio.
What?
Results.
Mount Lawn's the next thing.
Stupid. I was like, do you want to add anything else? Go
No,
for
sir,
it.
no, ma'am.
Okay.
No, sir.
Stock
Canceled.
Yes, sir.
Stock Compact feature results: Robert Bryan, Brad Miller, John Province, Chris Gray. Chris Gray's a good dude. He gave me a lot of pointers on the car.
Yeah, I was talking to your mom about that the other day, and I was like, who is that? And she was like, the blue car.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the guys that were literally right next to us.
Yeah. Pretty cool dude. And Brandon Kindler came home fifth.
Woo!
I could have swore he moved up to pros.
I think he raced with them a couple of times, but I
Like
don't know.
running a crate car with the Super Series, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Pro Compacts, Derek Morris, Trent Gosser. That's
Surprised
always,
Trent Grosser didn't win.
Well, he ended up he came off. He had to get towed.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember what happened. They brought it back into the pits because I think one of his wheels, like his right rear, was hanging off or something like that.
Yeah, and he got it.
And they got it
I
fixed.
feel like he's had that problem before somewhere else, and then I think it might have been Winchester one time, and he came in and they fixed it, and he drove all the way from the back again and won.
I want to say it was last year.
Probably because I think he was the one that.
Because it was the one that they were trying to take it off the spare car.
Well, no, he tried getting in
He
this.
tried getting in the spare car in
Yeah.
place of his other one, and they wouldn't let him. So they ended up taking the part off the other car and putting it on his. But yeah, I mean, he literally ran through the field like it was nothing to catch up to second.
Hold on.
He's very good at what he does.
Absolutely.
I wanted to show you guys the wreck. At
This
Mount
is the
One.
one where the two dudes hit the wall really hard.
Yeah.
Dude, that was right next to me.
Is that two dudes, one cub?
Yeah. Yeah, here it is.
It's coming up right here. They fucking hit a ton.
A ton of what?
Wall.
Oh,
I mean, he ate it.
all of it? Hey, shout out. There's Brittany Chester. Oh, my. Bah, ow.
Yeah.
They literally made contact going into the turn. And
Shnikes.
I turned around and looked at Chase Lane. I said, this is going to hurt.
Yep. I hate when that happens. Because, thankfully I've never hit that wall. Came close a couple times, but.
Well, let me tell you. I'll let you know how it feels whenever my brakes go out going into the big sweeping
Don't
turn.
say that.
It's
I hit the
gonna
wall
hurt.
at speed drum one time.
That's because you were trying to hit somebody else.
No.
Different
No,
time?
it's because I got bad advice one time and tried something, and it didn't work at all. It didn't make sense to me, but I was too trustworthy.
Yeah.
I was like, it don't make sense to not hit the brakes.
8 wheels turns better than 4.
Oh, no, it was just 4.
They straight up told you don't hit the brakes.
He's like, you're using too much brake, man. And I was like, that don't make sense.
It's just like, I just won't use none at all.
So then I said, fuck it. And I just,
You're at the smallest, flattest track in the state of Indiana. You said, all gas, no brakes.
I did, too.
Hell yeah, brother.
But I learned. It don't work.
That's engineering.
That
Exactly.
is pretty much. Literally, it's like, hey, I
You
designed
can't have
this.
success without a little bit of failure.
I don't know. Ask me.
But I had a lot of failure and not a lot of success. No, actually, no success, really.
But you didn't race all that much, though, did you? So, like,
No, just a few times.
you didn't have very much time to capitalize
Just
on
a
it
few
after
times.
that, right?
No, just a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. So,
It was a lot of fun.
mistakes happen.
It was a lot of fun. I definitely do.
Okay.
Okay.
I put my car in the short turn at Mount One Speedway.
You did.
Good. Not on purpose.
So, did you said your brake pedal went to the floor when that happened,
To
right?
the floor?
Yep.
All the way?
So, I know this is kind of a hard question for you to answer because I don't know what was going through your head at that point. Mm-hmm. But were you like hit the tires or drive straight through the turn?
Okay, so I
Did
tried.
you even like?
I
think
tried
of that?
thinking and nothing happened. No,
Literally.
So a couple laps prior, I was hitting the brake into the short turn, and it felt something was wrong. I was like, all right, hopefully it'll last me the race, and then we can
Faggot Ascender.
worry about it later. The lap that it happened, I hit the brake, nothing was happening. Kept hitting it, nothing. I was like pumping the brake at one point, nothing was happening. So
Pump it up.
I
And then it sounded like the intro to that one song. Oh, shit.
I turned the wheel as far left as I could, and carrying too much speed, it wasn't really turning.
Rip it and grip it.
And all of a sudden, I remember things went slow mo, and so that's when I went like this. It was just waiting for the impact.
It wasn't funny, but it's funny now to think about that Dakota took all this time to put his hands up and close his eyes. And then didn't hit the wall, and then he opened them, and then he hit the wall.
I don't, because I use the neck brace, and I'm not a fan of it because I'm afraid my neck's gonna break.
You got the donut?
Yeah, And so I grabbed my helmet so that my head wouldn't pull a Dale Earnhardt.
Jesus Lord.
No offense, but like that's what was going through my mind. I was like, I'm going to break my neck. And so I grabbed my helmet, closed my eyes because I didn't want to see this happen. I was like, I'm going to fucking die. That's what I was thinking. Or I'm going to be like seriously hurt. And I like put my arms down, opened my eyes, and then I hit the wall a ton. But yeah, that's what happened.
From where I was standing, it didn't look like you hit it that hard. But based off the damage that was done to the car, you hit it pretty hard.
I think thankfully I hit it at an angle.
Right.
Like this, and then went. If I hit it head on, I don't think it would have been a lot worse, I think. So I guess I'm... Or whatever.
I'd have just took off into the fucking parking lot.
That's when you get out and be like, help me, Tom Cruise.
Well, that's why they tell people not to get out now, because of me, I think.
No, they told people not to get out before you.
Well, they're more adamant about it now.
Why not get out?
Because they don't want somebody...
To get
Getting
Tony
hit?
Stewart.
Yeah, get Tony Stewart. So, but the car was smoking, and I heard people yelling, so I was like, fuck, I'm on fire, too. Thankfully, I wasn't. I wasn't on fire. I have caught fire, though, the following year. But, no, that's what happened. That is my story, and I will not be taking any questions. But, yeah, no.
Crown Vics last week at Mount Lawn.
Yep.
Kyle Evans, winner. Mike Lycan, second. Frank Hardcastle, third. Matt Whitty, fourth. TJ Calloway, fifth. Greg came out with a top 10 finish.
Oh, Greg.
This was probably one of the messiest races I've seen in a long time.
I was, I'm not a driver in the Crown Vics, but I was ashamed of it. I was like, this
is bad.
It's fucking awful. I mean, I'm sure for the fans, it's probably, like, great, but...
It was like, they got to lap 2, and then it was just caution. Like, it was so bad that they eventually had to do single file restarts.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. And they did single file restarts for the remainder of the race.
Yeah.
And just think, next weekend's a 50 lapper, and there's going to be twice as many Crown Vics.
I wish you had yours done for next weekend.
My goal is to have it done before next weekend.
All right, good.
Do
front wheel drives race then too?
Yep.
So your car will be there?
Hopefully.
If we give it some head.
Hey, I'm gonna bring.
It doesn't have a head on it right now.
I'll bring my helmet and my jacket just in case.
Well, we have the Ford Focus if you really want to run. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to
No.
fit. No offense. I couldn't even fit. It was just...
I can't fit in it.
We threw it together. It was awful, but...
I'll squeeze in.
You'll die if you hit
That's
anything.
fine. I'm not gonna hit anything. Can't hit anything when you're out front.
Well, I was going to say, stock...
The wall.
The stock compacts didn't have a great race either, I don't think. I think it was a little bit messy, too. Better than Crown Vics, but... Anyway, I was ashamed of that. I was like, that's not enjoyable to me, but...
Yeah. I figured for moving on to the late models, it was a CRA versus Mount Lawn late models. I figured there would be way more late models there for the...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I figured Markham would have been there because he's typically there for events like that. I figured there would have been way more. There just wasn't that many. Austin Coe coming off with the win. Ryan Fleming, Caston Everidge, Tyler Marsh, and Jarrett Henderson.
Hey, that's my cousin.
Rounding out your top 5. Really?
Yep. I didn't even know he was gonna run it.
Well, he did, and he finished 5th.
I'd have known that probably maybe it'd have went, but
Literally.
No, it wasn't bad. I was really looking forward to it for that race specifically. But, I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
Once Coe got out front, like, it was see you later, bye.
old Co.
Yeah. Nobody had anything for him. But, so we'll bring up the breakout rule.
Yeah.
Because we found out last weekend that the Crown Vics also have a breakout rule. So basically, I don't know exactly what the rule is, but so we do group qualifying in Mount Lawn. And and so you get out there, you do your qualifying, but if you outrun your qualifying time by what? Or is it at all?
It's probably like the compacts, and it's like you can't run faster than...
I don't think we have a set time. I
You don't think?
I don't
Maybe-
think we have like a breakout there. I think it's
So
if you,
it's a sandbagging rule.
yes, if you outrun your qualifying time by, I don't know if it's just outrun it at all or if you outrun it by a certain amount of time.
I think it's a certain amount.
But I think that's a dumb idea, at least in the Crown Vic class, if you're going to do group qualifying.
Yeah, because you could get held up.
And that happens a lot.
Because here's what brought this question up. Somebody got
They
black flagged in the feature.
They literally were running down the leader, running him down, and got black flagged because he broke out. And so that he got taken off the track in second place, trying to run down the leader.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me. But at the same time, it depends on how much faster it was, I guess.
I mean, I get it, but like when you go out
And it also depends on like the situation. Like if he got held up in qualifying or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think that's the issue with having a breakout rule if you're going to do group qualifying, because a lot of times that happens. You get stuck behind. You know, you'll have 2 or 3 slower cars in front of you, like running their line during practice, and you can't do anything. You literally can't get around them.
I'm with you on that one.
So I don't like that rule. I like the. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind it if it was single car qualifying, but you got to take into consideration the groups. Oh, I agree, but you got to take into consideration the groups.
Or they can at least try to split it up based off of your first practice time. Split the faster guys up from the slower guys.
Yeah.
So at least you're still going to pass people, but at least you don't have someone putting around out there like me. So if, say, I go out there for my first time and I'm just kind of putting around, and you have old John Lister behind me trying to get a good qualifying.
First things first, I'm going to talk a lot of shit to you.
That's fine.
There ain't no putting around in here. This isn't golf.
You know what they call me?
What?
The mini golf champion, because I got no drive.
Huh.
Ah! Anyway, that's my thoughts on the rule.
I was going to say, I like your idea, your solution to that issue, because if you split them up, slow guys with the faster guys, it'd be more obvious who's sandbagging, I would think.
That's a lot of work for whoever's in charge of all that. I get that. That would be hard for them to do.
It's not a lot of work.
I guess not really. Like, you literally just split the field in half or whatever.
It couldn't be much different than how they do it now.
Because I don't know how they split it up now. Is it all random for your Yeah, it's literally just how you pull up to the... Mm-hmm. So you go out with whoever you pull up with, like, to line up to go out. They don't have it. So, like, if you split, you run your first practice like normal. Mm-hmm. And then literally, if they're going to run 2 or 3 groups of practice, you literally just take however many registered lap time and you divide that by however many practice sessions you want. And then you have, say you have enough to have 3 practice groups. You have your fast guys, you have your mid-pack guys, and then you have your slower guys. So that gives... your slower guys get out there. They're not worried about getting ran over because someone's running 2 seconds faster than they are.
I'm going to try to get more information so that we can talk about it next week if we meet up. But because I'm not sure what the rule is. So it'd be nice to know what that rule is and how they decide all that. Because I'm not sure. But, I mean, it wouldn't be more work than what they're already doing. And like I said, they would be able to tell if somebody's sandbagging or not.
Right.
And
I knew that it was a thing in the compacts because they had issues with that.
Right, but they also set it based on a specific time. You can't run faster than an 18.9, whatever.
Yeah, but you also have the sandbagging rule for qualifying. So like,
right.
Do they invert?
Sometimes.
I think so.
I didn't think your Crown Vic's inverted.
Because typically they start the slowest guys up front. Mm-hmm. Like that's normally it's like a full field invert. Sometimes they don't, but
yeah. I guess it really just depends on how the promoters are feeling that night.
I guess they said that if there's less than 40 Crown Vics out there, they're gonna just throw them all on the track and let them run. That's a shit ton of cars, dude.
Just imagine 38
Crown Vics on Mount Lawn. Like literally, you're gonna be lined up. The people at the end of the line are gonna be halfway down the backstretch when the green flag drops.
Pretty damn close.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
23 was a lot.
Literally, the leaders are going to be caught up to you before you can hit the gas, like get up to speed, because they're a half a track ahead of you.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
I don't either.
I think it's going to be an absolute shit show.
But I don't know how they split it up because it's a $500 race. Like I think people are going to be upset if you split it into 2 groups and have 2 $250 25 lap races instead of one 5 or 50 lap race.
Well, I think they'll probably do like they do the modifieds and have B feature and then have the A feature.
That's why I think they need to do like the heat races actually have to mean something.
And then, I mean, if they're worried about drivers complaining about not being able to race in the A feature, they can do the standard. Whoever didn't make the A feature can have their own like 20-lap feature like they normally would. It'd be more racing, but everybody would get a chance to race.
And that's why I think we should move Mount Lawn Racing to Saturday.
Which
I know that competes with Anderson a lot, but
rumor has it they might be doing that next year.
I would love that because being out late like that on a Sunday, especially once all 3 cars are out there and we're having to bring all 3 of them back at the end of the night, like it's going to make for some late nights.
Yep. For sure.
I agree.
Faux show.
Because we typically don't get home till, like, once everything's said and done, it's usually about 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
For just 2 cars. So, I don't know.
I'm just going to drive mine home. I'm going to put flashlights on.
I would.
I mean, it's not that far. But, so anyway, I'm going to give some updates on my car. I recently just had my alternator fixed. Shout out, Randy is his name. He got that turned around pretty quick for me. So I got that put back on. I have everything ordered. My decals are now ordered. The only thing I have left to order is, buy that I'm aware of is stuff for my exhaust. Mm-hmm. So I got the alternator put back on. I'm going to finish painting tonight. I might put my trunk pins in tonight. Drain my coolant tonight. Seats in, belts in. They're all adjusted to fit me. Got to get the window net in. Couple other things, but I really don't have a whole lot left to
On the home stretch.
be ready. I do have a lot of stuff I want to do, but not necessarily stuff that needs to be done before I go race.
Right.
But my goal is to hopefully, I might take a half day next Friday because I would like probably come work on the car if there's anything little left to do that I can do. But I would like to go test it before the weekend because if there's something wrong with it Friday, something that I can fix Saturday and have it ready for Sunday, or I can at least recognize beforehand, hey, this car's not ready, like it's down, like something's not running right. At least gives me an opportunity to try and fix it.
Right.
But like things like spark plugs, oil change, I really need to drain the fuel out of it that's in it because it's sat in it for a long time and put new fuel in it, but F it, we ball.
Run it down the road.
I need to take it out back there and just let it rip. Let it rip, tater chip.
There's some hidden holes back there. I'd be careful.
I don't care. It'll simulate getting ran over on the racetrack.
Fair enough.
Don't get ran over.
I can't help it if I'm rolling around out there at 20 mile an hour. Like Ricky Bobby's going to be like, "Was that another car?"
I think you'll be all right.
I think for now, I'm just gonna kind of chill out in the. I'm not gonna like purposely stay in last. Like I'm definitely gonna try and race people, but I'm not gonna push any issues that I don't need to yet. Just until I can get used to the car, and like I don't want to wad it up the first time I get it out there. You know what I mean?
I'll bring my helmet and my donut.
Do it. That way, when I get scared and piss myself, AJ just hops in. We'll do a driver change pit stop in the middle of the 50 lap
They'll be
race.
none the wiser.
There is no rule saying you can't.
Just know that if you're driving it and you wreck it, you got to help me fix it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll let you drive it a couple times.
Tell me when.
I think I'm going to let Brandon Mefford take it for a spin, too.
Do you have to have racing shoes?
Yes. Mm-hmm. What size shoe you wear?
14.
Oh, no.
Mine are 14.
Man! Got them clown shoes.
Yeah.
Clod hoppers. Shit kickers.
Drain stompers.
Literally.
You gotta do that barefooted.
Dude.
But my goal is to have the car ready before next Sunday. So I can go. My first race is going to be a 50 lapper, and it's going to be chaos.
Yeah.
Be all right.
As long as you stay clean, that's all that matters. At Mount Lawn.
But if my decals aren't in time, I'm duct taping numbers on.
Been there.
Done that.
I did that. on the Focus.
But anyway,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
that's my update on that.
It was a beautiful one.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having me on the show today.
Not a problem.
Special guest appearance.
Well, we'd love to have you back.
I'd love to
Kinda.
come back. Okay. You're just going to come on here and steal my spot after dying last week. Temporary death.
Well, you died me.
I died you. What color?
Killed him.
Killed me.
Killed him dead. Oh, shit.
I woke up dead.
Keisha.
But anyway.
And the next day, the motherfucker was dead.
That he was.
I got nothing else to add.
AJ, what's your fun fact of the day?
I don't have a fun fact of the day.
Oh, come on. You're full of information.
I really don't know.
Did you have any interesting runs this week with the Carthage Volunteer Fire Department?
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Man,
Nothing.
Carthage sucks. Oh! I don't know if I can say this on air or not, but I'm going to.
What are you going to say?
Are you moving?
Yeah.
You got the place?
Yep.
When are you moving?
Tonight's Tucky.
Knight's Tucky? From Cartucky to Knight's Tucky?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of room.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Big difference.
I can invite people over.
I'll be there.
Yeah, because there's going to be more than 3 rooms. So,
I'll be there.
yeah, you can be there. I'll have my Blackstone out there. I can finally cook at home.
You'll have room for this PC you're going to buy off of me?
Yes, exactly. I'll have my whole office, actually. So, what do you have to have in an office?
Beer fridge.
Yeah, fucking a computer, first of all.
A mini beer fridge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you have a computer, you need a desk,
I have a desk.
a chair.
A big old desk, and I got a chair, too.
A chair.
Yeah, it's one of them Chinese jobbies. I got it for my birthday a couple years ago.
Then you're going to need like a keyboard and a mouse.
I'm going to have to get
and
all that when I
headset.
get a computer. I got a headset. I got a big old headset. It's white Astros headset.
And then you're going to need a steering wheel and a shifter and some pedals so you can get on that iRacing with us.
I don't know if you're going to want me to do that.
Why? You could race in the IROC League with us. We have over 40 people registered for this league that we're about to start, which means there's a chance people aren't.
Which means there's only going to be about 20 of those who show up. No, I'm kidding. I love this. I love Chris Wallet. I love the series. I really hope that I can race in it. If I get this new job, I can. But
Why not?
I can.
Oh, I thought you said I can't.
No.
No.
There's no T.
But it is a good series to be a part of, for
Y'all?
sure.
Yes, sir.
Someone will hook me up with that computer.
And
It's waiting for that cash money.
speaking of cash money, I'm thinking about being like, hey, Chris, how much to sponsor this bitch?
We should try and sponsor a race.
I know.
Ask him.
Okay.
Ask him to come on.
I'll message him right now.
Do it. I bet you won't. Whip that thing
I did
out.
tell Mom, speaking of sponsorships, I told her that I told him about Kyle's shout out. And I said, hopefully we can jump on board with him again this year, next season, I should say. And I want to jump on board with Cody again for a race.
Cody.
Well, Cody Connor, not Coughlin.
Well, if
You tried to sponsor him, I would quit.
I want nothing to do with him.
sponsoring my Crown Vic. I got Jake stickers out there.
You can.
I forgot to mention something about my my Crown Vic. If any of you know what Stephen Nassie's super late model looks like, I'm getting it wrapped like Stephen Nassie's super late model next year.
I think it would look cool.
I think it would look cool, too.
The Gussie.
Why do you guys bully me?
We're sponsoring. We're sponsoring Raintree 100.
Whoa, not the whole thing.
No.
Jesus Lord.
No,
God.
we are the title
It's
sponsor
the
for the ring. It's now the 3 wide with DJG.
The DGG
100.
The DGG.
We're not
DJG
sponsoring
100.
the whole race. We are sponsoring 3 laps in that. We're sponsoring the Crown Vic race.
3 laps.
3 laps in that race.
3 whole laps.
That's it.
Listen, hey, you should have put our money on last place for those 3 laps. That way Jarrett could get it.
I'm not in the ring industry. I don't race modified.
The
the
Crown
Crown
Vic
Vic
race,
race.
you jackwagon.
Oh.
Jackass.
You know who's going to be in last? Not me. Me and Greg are going to run door to door for 50 laps.
I believe it.
I hope he doors you.
No, Greg likes to keep his car clean.
J
Yeah.
on G. There's some G on J action right there in the middle of the racetrack, guys.
Listen, listening to Dakota's mom while they're racing is the funniest thing ever. Anytime someone like gets close to them, they're like, "Don't touch my fucking car." It's the funniest thing ever.
She put a lot of work in that
I
car.
love those kinds of people, though.
And
no,
Like the ones that don't even like barely know the drivers, but they're standing there at the fence and they're like,
they
no, they're at Mount Long.
"Come on! Running down the fence.
There's literally an entire group of people at Mount Lawn, and they have 2 race cars.
3.
There's 3.
well, they wrecked one.
Yeah, one of them was one of the ones that wrecked in that video.
Yoicks.
But literally, from the moment, like, first practice, qualifying practice, the heat races, the feature, anytime one of those cars is out on the track, they're at the fence, and every time they come by them, it's, woo! Yeah! I'm like, dude, they're practicing. Or even on their, like, pace laps before the race. Like, they're not even going yet. And
I hope they're not listeners, but they annoy the
to be fair, though, that's the kind of support I need.
Fair.
However,
Great, good for you. But here's the fucking thing. When you get
Dakota's trying to get us canceled today. We're going to get demonetized and everything.
no,
But
sorry, I woke up and chose violence today too. I suppose
yeah.
I can't
Wake
help,
up!
I can't help that I don't like.
Oh my God, are you still writing this fucking book over here?
He's like, hey,
Son of a bitch. Hey man, this is Jarrett. Do you remember me? I was the one that stroked you that one night. Listen, I have a question. It's an important question. It's a good question too. Hey, here's my question. Today, Junior.
no comment because I write like that too. Not like that, but it's lengthy. I might
You're
have
the
to
reason I have to go through a therapist. Not really.
remind me to cut out the tangent too. And you cut out
whatever you want to
my
cut out.
slip up and the tangent I just went on.
All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to add? Except
Just don't be
AJ?
that race fan, okay?
I want someone to stand up there with the freaking pool noodles and tell me how close the leader is behind me.
We didn't use pool noodles. I did that with Dad in his heat race.
Yeah, but pool noodles stand out a little more. Than
Okay,
someone else.
I'll bring a big old piece of cardboard and draw on it every fucking lap.
Bring the fucking whiteboard.
Don't hate on the whiteboard. They've been there.
But anyway, I got nothing else to add.
Nothing.
All right, I think that's it for episode number 20 of 3 Wide with DJ.
20.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
2-0.
hey, you know what happens next week?
21.
But anyway, thank you all for listening. I think the GoPro's still rolling, so we should have a recording of it this week.
Hell yeah, brother.
And all that good stuff. Stay tuned to our Facebook as we prepare for race week next week, as well as the 4th of July. And
July the 4th.
hopefully I can get the car done and ready to go before next Sunday. Everybody good?
Good.
All right, we will
Desktop?
talk to you next week.